Good morning, everyone. My name is Rick Marrera. It's May 2nd, about 8:30 in the morning. It's about 80 degrees out here, and I'm in my backyard, and I'm just going to show you some plants that I have that are blooming, and then I will show you, I picked about 20 odd small leaf Hoyas that I want to show you. So towards the middle of the video, I'll sit down and I will show them to you. Here I have Hoya occultata blooming for the first time for me. I received it from Sarisa back in probably January, and it is already blooming. So it's an easy to bloom Hoya. It's kind of a shrubby type. It has a light fragrance, a sweet honeysuckle smell, and it's quite beautiful. I don't know how long the blooms are going to last, but this is definitely a really pretty Hoya. And I have it growing in Leka, and it is kind of a shrubby Hoya, so it kind of reminds me of those types like Telesmoides and multiflorus. So there you go, Hoya occultata. And back here in the greenhouse, I have this Hoya Sierra, or Marginata Sierra, orange, getting ready to open. And next to it, I have a Hoya water drop, EPC319. Really beautiful, very uniform leaf with nice veins. And over here, I have a Hoya Irina. The flowers are almost gone, and the ants are sucking up all the nectar that's left. And I don't know if you guys remember me trying to cross a Hoya Chicken Farm with Ghost Fairy, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I think these are going to be seed pods. So it'll be a Chicken Farm Ghost Fairy cross. And I wanted to show you a couple of the orchid blooms I have going. This one actually I bought it in bloom, and it's a Phalaenopsis. It doesn't have any other name than that. And I thought it was quite different than some of the other ones I have, and I really liked these colors, so I had to buy it. It was only like $15. Then I think I mentioned this guy in a previous video, but it only had one flower opened, and I just wanted to show you, so you can focus in, how cute it is. And this is Dendrobium Starburst Firebird. And it gets covered in flowers. As you can see, not all of the buds are open yet, and I like it quite well. It's so cool. And I just wanted to show you guys this side of the yard. There's a few things that I'm excited about, and one of them is this Graham Scriptum dwarf cross sibling, and it is blooming a lot earlier than I thought. I knew it was a dwarf Graham because I have it in a 4-inch pot, so really excited about that. And my cymbidium is still going strong, and my tigrina, I think that's how you say it, it's still smelling great. Yeah, Cattleya tigrina var leopoldii. It's been in bloom for like 3 weeks and smells amazing. And then look at this miniature Phalaenopsis from Brethren. This hybrid is quite adorable, so you can see. And the buds on my Indonesian Hoyas getting really close. And my variegated burl marks that I got in the mail, oh, just a few days ago. Really beautiful variegation with that. And this guy is still blooming. It's like 3 weeks. And I never remember Memoria Irene Feel, ruby red. Okay, let's go on and I will show you the small leaf Hoyas. Here I am on the gazebo, and like I said, I'm going to show you the 25 small leaf Hoyas that I picked for today. So let me start out from the back, and I will just go really quick because that would take too long to talk about each one of these guys for a long period of time. So let me just go to it. All right, and Swiffer's right here, my assistant. This guy over here is quite beautiful. The leaves are stunning. It's called Hoya Sapphire Yellow. I don't know much about it, but the flower is quite unique, and it is yellow as the name implies. So it's quite a cute leaf as well, as you can see. And everyone loves this one, Hoya rotundiflora. The leaves used to be called Hoya square leaf when it was first found. And it's one of my favorites. The flowers are kind of round, and that's where the name rotundiflora come from. Rotunda meaning round, and flora meaning flower. So and back here is a unusual Affinis Burtney, and as you can see, it's a variegated form. It's quite lovely, and it's somewhat rare, but I'm excited about this species. So that's Affinis Burtney variegated. Swiffer went to take a nap. And let me go on to Hoya Indonesia. I have it growing in Wicca because I don't have the best luck rooting this species. So it's quite a cute little one with wavy edges to the leaves, and the flowers are orange and quite beautiful. So Hoya Indonesia. Not knowing if I'm saying this right, but this is Hoya manuparensis. It has like triangular shaped leaves. It's quite attractive foliage plant. The flowers are quite unique for Hoya, but they somewhat remind me of a Discadia, but it's still Hoya as far as I know. Let's see. And this is a tiny Hoya affinis serpens. It's some variety of serpens that came out of China. The leaves are really small. As you can see, they're like half the size of my nail. It's a really cute little thing. And let's see. This Hoya that I have here is from a seedling, one that survived. I had a tray of seedlings out, and then I had my chickens come out, and they ate all the seedlings. There were about 2 sets of leaves each, but they devoured them all. But I was able to save this one, and I think I'm gonna call it Hoya Chicken Massacre because it was such a fighter and a lucky devil to have survived that encounter with the birds. Let's see, I don't know if you can see the chickens over there, but I hope they don't come and eat more Hoyas. All right, let's see what else. This Hoya, it's one of my favorites. It has really stable splash. It's a Hoya ETS10. You can see it's really cute. And for me, it's a little slow growing, but I do love it. And one I'm really excited about is Hoya Gloriana variegated. As you can see, it has a set of all completely white leaves, and the new growth is coming out even more variegated. So really excited. And a really small leaf. This is Hoya Caramaway. Small leaf Hoya with a very attractive flower. Very red, very deep red color. Unique flower in the Hoya world. Hoya Caramaway. And let's move on here to Hoya Rebecca. It's quite a really easy Hoya to grow. The leaves can turn really nice and brownish red, and it's a prolific grower and bloomer. And this is a form of Hoya pendurata. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I move it over here. It's quite unique. Let's see if I can read the tag on there. It is Hoya pendurata subspecies angustifolia. Next little guy here. This is a Hoya Gloriana, and I acquired it as IR26. Within this species, there's a few varieties that look very similar, but they all should fall into the Hoya Gloriana. These new growths can be really brown. It's a very attractive plant. And over here I have Hoya Gloriana. Really succulent, small leaves. The flowers kind of look like Hoya Bella. As you can see, it's really cute. And there's another Gloriana from Vietnam. So with Hoyas, they're all from Southeast Asia, India, North Australia. They vary. Some of the same species grown in different locales have slight differences. So it's not uncommon to see one particular Hoya species have like a whole bunch of different varieties to it. So let's see, did I miss another Hoya here? Let's see, Hoya Sipitanginsis. And these leaves get quite red. It's a very attractive Hoya too. It's lost some, I'm growing it in the shade, but you can see it has a little bit of red, but it gets a lot redder. And this cutie has like almost like teardrop shaped leaves. They're like the size of my nails. And it's Hoya Baku. That's what it's, they're selling it out of Asia. And I haven't bloomed it, so I have no clue what it could be. But it is quite a cutie, as you can see. And let's move on to Hoya Bella Albo marginata. As you can see, I have been able to grow this one pretty well so far, but I don't know how it's gonna take the Florida summer when it gets up into the 90s. I hope it does well. Some people here in Florida do well with it. I'll keep an eye on it And it seems happy. It's putting out all these new growth points. So wish me luck with this guy. And its close relative is a Hoya Bella Louise Bois. And it's quite beautiful as well, putting out new growth points. So wish me luck with that one too. And everyone loves Hoya Gloriana variegata. It's probably one of the most stable variegations I've seen in a Hoya. I've never had one of these convert. They all stay very, very variegated. And the green is usually on the outside of the leaf. And I had this hybrid of mine that was growing on the side of the house, the fence, and it kind of creeped out to the neighbor's yard. So I called it My Little Runaway. It's a Croniana lucanosa cross, and but the leaves are really fat and small. They're very, very tiny, as you can see. See my finger. And it's a really, really fast grower as well, and blooms insanely. Sometimes my mother plant has 30 peduncles. So that's Hoya My Little Runaway, RM23-1. And next to it, everyone loves this hybrid. It's Hoya Matilde. This one has a lot of splash. The leaves are about the size of a nickel. It's relatively easy to grow, and the flowers are pretty stunning as well. It's a cross between Carnosa and Serpens. And what else do I have? Oh, this Hoya here is one of my hybrids. As you can see, it has like almost like a fishbone canoe-shaped leaves. The flowers are quite exquisite, and it's a cross between Hoya Gloriana and Hoya species Poa. And you can see it has like all these like a fishbone, herringbone pattern to the leaf, and they get, I don't know if you can see here, but the edges get pretty dark. So that's Hoya RM3011. I haven't named it yet. So I think I'm almost done here. Here's a Hoya Ponchoy. It's a very small leaf Hoya. The leaves are about the size of a dime, and the flowers are so little, I almost miss them. But it's a relatively fast growing Hoya and really rewarding, and the leaves can get really dark brown. And I think my last one is going to be this Hoya EPC319, or Zimbalis, as some people call it. The leaves get really, really like a taco shape to them, and it's quite a fast grower too. And yeah, I really like it a lot. So Hoya EPC319, or Hoya Zimbalis, or Hoya PNG4, so anything you want to call it. That's the thing with Hoyas, they change names, and sometimes you just can't keep up with all the current nomenclature. So yeah, that's all my 24 or so small species. Please comment below if you like any of them, what you think about them. If you have any ideas on how to grow them better, please let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. So thank you for coming to my garden, and I appreciate it that you watch my YouTube videos. Bye-bye.